Prime Time Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
To news here in Lloydminster, the city wants your input on the future of Weaver Heritage Park. Following up on Heritage Day, a survey is now circulating regarding the state of Weaver Heritage Park. People can vote on what they would like to see in the future for the area.
So we've broken up the survey into three components. So one component being the Weaver Heritage Park, which we're currently in right now, which houses our history and a lot of the collection that we have in the museum. But it also focuses on the campground as kind of a, its own entity, as well as the dog park.
Now that dog park is a key factor in this survey, with the team wanting to make the area more accessible for campers.
So the dog park and the campground are great examples where right now you have to walk from Highway 16 and around to visit one or the others. So that doesn't really bode well for the flow of the site. And currently we're looking at some input from the community regarding the future of the Heritage Park and some elements that are key on site, what people love, what they don't like, and what they'd like to see.
And you can have your say online at yourvoiceloyd.ca/Weaver Park. The survey concludes on August 23rd. And while the opening of Lloydminster's new event facility is still a while away, once construction is complete, the Cenovus Energy Hub will be a destination for people across the region. The city is now looking to partner with local businesses to help showcase their brands at the new facility.
Tracy Simpson joins me now on Primetime Local News, the Executive Manager of Community Development Services for the City of Lloydminster. And the city is looking for different organizations to come on board to sponsor aspects of the new event facility, the Cenovus Energy Hub. So Tracy, take me through some of the different aspects that are up for people to bid to become sponsors of.
So after the announcement of Cenovus coming on board as our title sponsor, we're opening up more opportunities in the facility. So the first one is the naming of the community arena. So that's the secondary arena within there. It'll have 500 seats and be home to many local minor hockey and elite hockey games. It'll be a great opportunity for a business to support our local sport. We also have an outdoor arena that will be having naming opportunities and lots of great visibility on the site as people walk by and see that amenity, and that'll be a free community space. So hoping to see a lot of foot traffic there. The parking lot is an exciting opportunity for people to get their name out there and support the project, as well as our dressing room corridor. So down the corridor, there are 12 dressing rooms of varying sizes that we're looking for a single sponsor to put their name on that whole corridor and dressing room area.
And so organizations, they're able to express interest until August 21st. How are they able to do that?
Yeah, so the details are in the bid package, but what they can do is provide a fairly high level letter to the city expressing why they're interested in the project and how they think the project can align with their corporate goals and values, and why they want to be part of this exciting community project.
And once this facility is open, there's going to be obviously a lot of people from Lloydminster that are making their way through this facility for a number of different reasons, but it's also going to be bringing in a lot of people from across the region. So people who have these sponsorship opportunities, a lot of different people are going to be interacting with these spaces that have their names on it.
Yeah, that's correct. We are hoping to host a lot of large scale community and regional and even provincial events, tournaments, festivals. And so we're hoping the facility is activated with visitors who, might see a restaurant name on the building and want to go support that business, or a shop or something like that. So there's lots of local and regional eyes will be on the brand.
Now, I know there's obviously funding from the province and the federal government that's going into this project. And obviously, the Synovus sponsorship was a major milestone for this project. But how important is it to have these kind of other smaller scale sponsorship opportunities to go towards this project? Because I know that there's fundraising committees, sponsorship committees, and the community is really coming together to make this project a reality.
Yeah, the sponsorship plays a really important role, both in terms of helping us fund the construction costs, but also a portion of it will go to ongoing operating costs and sponsor dollars that help us support operating costs, help keep our costs low for local sports. So the more money we can offset from grants and sponsorship dollars, the lower costs we can keep for ice rentals and access.
Awesome, Tracy. Is there anything else that you want to get out there in regards to this sponsorship opportunity?
I would just say it's a really exciting project to be a part of. It's one of those opportunities in the community that don't come up all the time, and so we're hoping some businesses that align with that sport and culture goals for our community are interested in. And we've put a deadline of August 21st, but we'll be engaging throughout the next 2 years while we construct on different opportunities. And so, if these aren't the ones you're interested in, just watch for more opportunities down the road.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to talk about this. And hopefully, there are different organizations here in Lloydminster that really want to jump on board and support this community project.
Great. Thank you very much.
Now Shelby's here for a look at weather. And Shelby, I know there's a lot of people across the country that are going to be trying their best to snag some of those tickets.
I can imagine how crazy that's going to be because we all know about, the situation before where Ticketmaster crashed and everything just went downhill.
Yeah, so hopefully everything is as smooth as it can be, but I know some stuff's probably going to come up with that as well.
Of course, yeah, and I really hope it does go smoothly because, of course, all these Canadians are so excited to want to go check it out.
She's finally coming now, yeah.
It sucks that she's in one spot, but I mean, a lot of people have no problem wanting to take that trip, going there if you're not in that area, and wanting to go catch her perform. So hopefully there's no issues with that site. Nothing like that, but we shall see because it's about to get hectic. So we shall see. Good luck to all the Swifties out there. But all right, checking in with a first look at your weather forecast here in the border city. We are just sitting at 18 degrees. So we have been seeing some cool conditions throughout this week indeed. We haven't been seeing those scorchers that we have been seeing for the past couple weeks. We have cooled down quite a bit for this week and we're just sitting at 18 degrees. Haven't quite hit that 20-degree mark for today here on our Wednesday in our midweek. And we have been looking at a mixture of some sun and cloud, but we haven't been seeing too much sun peeking behind those clouds. It has been a slightly gloomier day today. So hopefully everybody's still enjoying it. I still think it is nice to get a little nice break, get some precipitation and kind of help with these dry heat conditions. So maybe that's what this week is all about. We're just kind of needing a break and then we'll get right back to it as we head into the weekend, into next week. Switching over to temperatures across the region for Alberta and Saskatchewan. On the Alberta side, most spots are kind of following suit with us here in the border city. Most are just sitting between 17 to 19 degrees, so we are all just under that 20-degree mark for most spots. And then we have a few that are looking slightly warmer as we are just reaching 20 degrees over in Vegreville and Edmonton, and a bit lower in Provost, just at 21. So Provost is looking at the warmest condition on our Alberta side. And going a bit higher up, we start to cool down from there. We are looking at 15 in both Lac La Biche and Cold Lake, and St. Paul is just sitting at 14. So we have cooled it right down on our Alberta side as we head into our go through our Wednesday. Going over to our Saskatchewan side, they actually are kind of matching with us a little bit with those conditions as well. Most are just sitting between 17 to 19 degrees, so definitely matching with us a little bit more on our Alberta side. Pearson is looking slightly cooler, just at 16, and then we go a bit lower, and they are also seeing slightly warmer conditions. Down in Macklin at 21 degrees, and North Battleford is just sitting at 22, so they are just seeing past that 20-degree mark in those two spots. North Battleford will be going down to a low of 12, so they are expecting those double digits once again for their evening low temperature, so still a warm evening, although they are expecting a high chance of some precipitation throughout the evening. So lots of rainfall, and it's going to be steady rain, so they are going to be seeing it kind of continue on throughout the evening and possibly throughout the night. So be prepared if you're in North Battleford. Then for their Thursday, their daytime high won't be warming up to what they're seeing today. They are just going to be looking at 19 degrees for tomorrow, and they are expecting some occasional rain and drizzle throughout the day. So another gloomy day expected for North Battleford tomorrow. For Cold Lake tonight, they'll be going down to a low of 11, so those double digits. They also will be expecting some showers later on in the evening and throughout the night. And then for their Thursday, they will be cooling it right down. Their daytime high will be 15 for their Thursday, and they are expecting some showers throughout the afternoon. So they are expecting a gloomy day tomorrow. So unfortunately, Cold Lake won't be seeing any sunshine. For us here in the border city, we will be going down to a low of 11, so we also will be looking at those double digits, so a nice warm temperature. Although for us, we will be expecting some rainfall later on, which I think is still nice. I think everyone's still excited to kind of get a little bit of that rainfall, kind of help out. And then for our Thursday, we will be seeing that continue on. We will be looking at a daytime high for tomorrow of 18, and we are expecting another gloomy day with some showers. So be prepared. We are going to be seeing lots of precipitation for the next few days. And now ending off the look at some of your weather photo submissions. Thank you to everyone that submitted to our Facebook page throughout the week. Love to see it. Gorgeous shot here. Thank you so much. Got a few others here. This one is from Nadine. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love seeing the reflection there in the lake. And then this is the last one here of the RM of Wilton. Thank you, Nadine. Absolutely gorgeous. Love to see the flowers. That's all I have for now. For first look, your weather forecast.
Thank you so much for that, Shelby. After the break, we'll have a look at the markets and our daily business report. The CPCA finals are coming to Halstead Downs next week, and there will be plenty of great entertainment each night alongside the Chuck Wagon races. And with a preview of some of those events, here's our Thomas Wildman.
Today I am joined by Tara Ibin, the marketing manager at the Lloyd X, and she's here today to talk to us about all of the events and fun activities that will be taking place during the CPCA finals coming up next week. And so thank you so much for being with me today, Tara.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Tara, so let's start. On each and every night, you guys kind of have a little bit of a theme for each of the races for the CPCA. So talk to me a little bit about each of those themes and what people can expect if they go on each of those nights.
So the finals are the August 16th to 20th. Starting on the Wednesday, the 16th, we will have Wild West Wednesday. So you can come in your best dressed wild attire. We have some Hero games planned that are still in the planning. For Wild West activities, we're going to do a trivia contest. So anything for CPCA, like the Chuck Wagons, Lloydminster questions in general. So we'll need a few volunteers for that. Thursday, we have Family Fun Night. So a little bit different this year. We're still planning the Hero activities for that, but we also kind of knew we have beer garden entertainment. So you guys can expect the Hillside Outlaws to be performing. They have performances at 5:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. in the beer gardens. Friday is Pink Friday, kind of same as last year. We'll have a competition for Best Dressed. The prize for that is donated by Willow Creek Clothing and Collectibles. So we can thank them for that. In the beer gardens, we have Braden King. So he was in the top 55 of American Idol. So he has been performing in the area for the last couple weeks. So we're very excited to have him. Also with Pink Night, we are doing a special of the pink drink. So $1 from each drink sold is gonna go to the Lori Craven Memorial Fund. So that is to be expected also. We're gonna have an alcohol version and a non-alcoholic version of the drink. And then to go to Cabaret Saturday, we have the Washboard Union with special guests Nice Horse. So the pre-sale tickets are available now, so for $50. And then the Saturday price is $60. So you can get your tickets online or come down to the office and we can help you get your tickets. And then Championship Sunday, we have the Corgi race. Yeah.
And so if you can, talk to me a little bit about the Corgi races. It says it's the second annual, and so talk to me about that. And if people still want to enter, if it's still open for that.
Yeah, so the Corgi race is come for a good chuckle, I guess. It's pretty cute to watch. If you want to enter the dogs, it has to be a Corgi or Corgi Cross. You can actually go to the Pet Planet here in Lloydminster, and that's where you enter. It'll take place after the 8th heat, so approximately about 3:45, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And last year we had a very good turnout, so we're hoping for a little bit more like entries this year.
And so also on Championship Sunday, you guys are having a pancake breakfast as well as a tag sales. Talk to me a little bit about those two events.
So the pancake breakfast is going to start at 7 a.m. It'll be in the Dick Jones Sales Pavilion at the Lloyd X. It's going to run from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. The plates are by donation this year, so if you want to come have some breakfast, bring a donation. During the pancake breakfast, we're going to have a tax sale. So we're still open for entries for that. So if anyone has some spare tack hanging around that they want to get rid of, they can contact us at the Lloyd X and purchase a table. So that will run also from 7 a.m. till just before the races.
And so talk to me just a little bit about the cabaret, and for those who are interested in the country music but don't want to go to the chuck wagon races themselves, just talk to us about the cabaret and how exciting it is, especially with some high profile guests coming to sing this year.
Yeah, so the cabaret is a very good time, especially with having the Washboard Union and Nice Horse. If they don't want to come to the races, it's a good time to just get some friends, come to the Lloyd X, watch the performers perform. We're very lucky to have the Washboard Union this year and Nice Horse opening as well. I think they've been to the Lloyd X before and to around, I want to say Paradise Hill Ranch or Paradise Hill, they had them not too long ago. So yeah, we're very excited for them. So if you don't want to come to the races, but you want to still have a good time on a Saturday, come to the cabaret.
Awesome. So that's what you've heard, guys. There's lots of exciting events coming to the CPCA finals this next week. So be sure you're around August 16th to 20th for all of the awesome events and moments that will be taking place at the finals here at the Lloyd X.
And it's time for us to check in once again with Shelby Clark for more on this rainy weather forecast.
Thanks again there, Mr. Jace Mackey. Yes, indeed, we have been seeing some gloomy conditions in most of these spots across our region and whatnot, but now we will be looking at our central zone of the provinces. On the Alberta side, we are still kind of matching with those conditions as what we were looking at yesterday. Some are still just looking past that 20-degree mark. We're looking at 20 still in Edmonton, while it's 22 in Rocky Mountain House. So Rocky Mountain House is looking at the nicest temperature on our Alberta side, and the rest are at those mid-teen temperatures. Most are just sitting at 15 to 16 degrees, so cool down quite a bit from what we have been seeing yesterday, and Jasper is just underneath that 20-degree mark. Now going over to our Saskatchewan side to check them out, here in our central zone, they are kind of matching with us with those conditions. Some are just sitting around 18 to 19, and then we start to slightly warm up from there. Over in Melfort, just hitting that 20-degree mark, and then we have the warmest conditions on our Saskatchewan side with North Battleford and Saskatoon just at 22. And now as we go over to our northern zone to check them out, they are still kind of sitting at the same conditions as what they were looking at yesterday, and matching with us in our central zone. Up in Radium City, just looking at 23, so they are still on that warm streak as they are continuing throughout the week. Then we're looking at 20 degrees for South End and down in Flin Flon, just looking at 21 up in Stony Rapids, and the rest are just sitting around 18 and 19 degrees. So we aren't seeing too warm of conditions as we have been going on through the week. Going back over to Alberta side here, they have been cooling down slightly from what they were looking at yesterday. Most of these spots were just sitting past that 20-degree mark, but now for today, they have been cooling down to those mid-teens and just underneath that 20-degree mark. Fort Chipewyan is the only warm condition on this side with 21 degrees, and the rest have cooled it right down. 17 and 18 for down in Grand Prairie and Peace River, and the rest are just down to 14 to 16 degrees. So we are cooling it right down for most of these spots here, as we are just sitting at those mid-teen temperatures. Going over to our southern zone now, it's kind of a switch up here, especially with Banff and Calgary. They are sitting at those teen temperatures with 17 and 19, and then we start to slowly warm up from there with Coronation and Lethbridge at 23, 24, and Lethbridge has cooled it right down because, of course, they were sitting closer to that 30-degree mark, kind of matching with a little bit more Medicine Hat, but now they are just sitting at those mid-20s, and Medicine Hat is continuing that warm streak with that heat warning in place with 30 degrees. So Medicine Hat hasn't quite got the memo. They are still looking at some scorchers for today. Going back over to our Saskatchewan side here in our southern zone, they have cooled down as well, matching with us a little bit more in our central and our northern zone. 14, 15 now in Estevan and Regina. So they have flipped the script completely. They were sitting at those, of course, mid-30 temperatures last week, but once we started off this week, they have been cooling down, sitting around that 20-degree mark in those mid-20s, and now they are looking at those teen temperatures. 17, 19 in Moose Jaw and St. Yorkton, so they haven't quite reached that 20-degree mark as well. And then Kindersley and Swift Currents looking at the warmest conditions on our Saskatchewan side with 21 and 23. But now as we look at some overnight evening lows in our surrounding area, we will be still expecting some double digits for tonight, so that'll be nice. Still a nice warm temperature in most of these spots. Provost and Isla Crosse will be expecting the warmest temperature with a low of 13, and the rest are expecting that low of 11. So we are expecting those double digits right across the region in our surrounding area, and a high chance, around a 90% chance to 100% chance of some precipitation for all of these spots. So we are going to be seeing lots of rainfall all across our surrounding area for the evening and probably leading into tomorrow as well. And looking at our hourly forecast for our Thursday here in the Border City, we are expecting a gloomy day once again for tomorrow. Won't be seeing any switch up in the temperature for our daytime high. We are going to reach around 17 to 18 degrees, so we are expecting still a cool day for tomorrow. Just be prepared to have a light jacket on, because we will be looking at occasional rain throughout the day tomorrow, and that will continue in our Friday and Saturday. So we are going to be getting spoiled with a lot of precipitation, and that will be hitting us pretty hard for the next few days. Then as we end off the weekend, we'll be warming it back up to that 27-degree mark on Sunday and seeing those mid-20 temperatures continue through the rest of next week. That's all I have for now. RJ Smacky will have our news coming up after the break. Joining us today for Primetime Local News is Andrew Ross, one of the co-owners for Babs Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us today, Andrew.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, no problem. Really excited to have you here because we are speaking on the 3rd annual Collectors Con, correct?
Correct, third one.
Awesome. So for previous years for this event, how was that support?
It's been awesome every year. It's increased in people every year.
Yeah, so you saw some great response, so that's really good to hear. Now, from having this event, what really started this? Like, what kind of inspired Babs Gaming, I guess, to start up this event?
There was really nothing around town like it, so we just thought it'd be fun to bring that community of people together that like to do cosplay, video games, collectibles.
So, like, you already bring up a little bit of details there. I was going to ask for, like, what exactly is Collectors Con for people out there, I guess, that may not have heard of it?
Well, Collector Con, we have it's a family-friendly event. We kind of went into, we have bouncy houses, we have a magician coming, and then on the other side we have a cosplay contest. So people like to build their outfits, dress up like their favorite character. Fabricland sponsored us, and they have an awesome prize for us to give away at the cosplay contest. Then we have a video game tournament, and then on the other side of things there is a market where we have local vendors. They're bringing homemade stuff. We have people that are bringing their Funko Pops, action figures. It's honestly a wide range of vendors that are coming. I think we have 22 vendors so far.
Wow, that's really good to hear. It sounds really fun for like the whole family.
Yes.
Yeah, so for this year, is there going to be anything different planned that you kind of had compared to last year?
We added some more children-friendly things, I guess. We have like we're going to have a cardboard building station. We have a minifigure painting session, so people that want to learn how to paint minifigures for the games or just to have fun. We're doing a couple sessions of that. We're going to have like a board game station where you can just come play board games, learn to play some board games.
Perfect. Now, for people out there that may not have had the chance to come check out the event and they kind of are a little bit hesitating, I guess, in a way to want to come check it out, what would you say to kind of persuade them or say, come, this will be fun?
Yeah, I don't know. There's just a wide range of things. So, I mean, there's something for everybody in the family, whether you're a sports cards collector, you just want to come and play and meet people and talk to people about your passion or your hobbies. Yeah, it's just something for
It's like a
everybody.
nice positive thing to have in the community, pretty much.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Now, for, I guess, details on when it's going to be, can you kind of expand a bit on some of those details, when it's going to be and where?
Yeah, you bet. So it's at the Service Sports Center in the Field House. It's going to be September 23rd, 9 a.m. to 4, and then September 24th, 9 a.m. to 3. There is a $2 door fee to get in. We are giving away a PlayStation 5 as a door prize. So $2 to enter for a PlayStation 5 is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so.
That's pretty much it. All right, perfect. That sounds really good. I feel like that's enticing.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5, I think we all kind of want to check that out. Is there anything else you want to add on that's for Collectors Con or with Babs Gaming? What's been going on so far?
Yeah, just a couple more things with the show. MNT Grading is coming. They're big for the sports cards, Pokemon, Magic. What they do is they'll on-site tell you what your card, how it's valued, what it's graded at. It's pretty big for the collector card side of things. We also have the Alberta Ghostbusters and Scooby-Doo and Saskatchewan 2 coming. They're a large cosplay group. They bring props and proton packs. It's very cool.
Yeah.
You have to come meet them. They're all super nice. All the funds that they're raising at the event go to the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation.
Oh, that's amazing.
So as well, lots of our door entry fee, whatever's remaining, will be going to the I Love Alberta Boobs. So they're also going to be there helping us get people into the event.
Awesome. That's really good to hear. Well, that's perfect. Thanks again so much for joining us today, Andrew.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery, downtown Lloydminster.
I'm happy to be joined today on Primetime Local News by Chris Pennington. Chris is the DQ Regional Director of Operations for Western Canada, and we're here to talk about Miracle Treat Day tomorrow. Chris, thank you for joining me.
Happy to be here, Stacey. Thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk about this event because it's been going national for a long time. Tell me about what Miracle Treat Day is.
Miracle Treat Day is a very exciting day for us. August 10th is going to be our 21st annual one across Canada, when the proceeds of all Blizzard treats sold in our restaurants go to the local children's hospital, partnered with Children's Miracle Network, to provide them with the tools and care and equipment that they need to, further care for kids who need the help.
Now, these days are very busy at DQ. When you go in on a Miracle Treat Day, it's super, super busy. So I guess what's the best advice for going in and getting the amount of blizzards you want if you haven't pre-ordered?
I mean, we're going to be doing our best. It is a busy day for us. Last year alone, we raised over $2 million on Miracle Treat Day across the country. So people are coming to the restaurants. Really, there's no better reason to buy a blizzard in the middle of summer than on Miracle Treat Day. So have some patience, have fun. It's a great day. The staff are going to be working hard. The atmosphere is great, and know that you're coming there to make a difference and to get that blizzard treat on Miracle Treat Day.
Well, let's talk about Lloydminster specifically, the money here going to the Stollery Children's Hospital in Edmonton. How has the response been to Miracle Treat Day here over the past few years?
It's honestly, it's been phenomenal. As I mentioned, we execute and run Miracle Treat Day across the country, but the Northern Alberta market in specific is really the leader for us across the country. Last year alone, the Stollery Hospital was able to raise on Miracle Treat Day nearly $500,000, and Lloydminster plays a big part in that. So we're really excited to be back and serving blizzard treats on the day.
So when it comes to the actual day itself, normally you guys have families that have experienced some of they've been recipients of the charity from Miracle Treat Day. So is that going to be happening in Lloydminster and other locations across the country?
It will be happening in many locations across the country. Some of them do a little bit of a tour, some stick to a restaurant. I'm not sure when somebody will be in Lloydminster or if for sure that they will be, but I know that they're actively involved with the Stollery Hospital, so wouldn't be surprised to see a star make an appearance there. And it's really rewarding to see the difference that they make. And these are all people that have been touched by Miracle Treat Day in the past, so hopefully people will get an opportunity to meet somebody that their blizzard treat is helping.
Do you set a financial goal at the local restaurants to raise so much each year, or is it just whatever you can raise helps?
It's whatever we can raise helps. We do, strive to beat prior years, and we leave the individual restaurants to the franchisees, the independent business owners who have the Dairy Queens. Last year, like I said, $2 million, Miracle Treat Day since 1984, $49 million across the country. And, our partnership going back with Children's Miracle Network, we've raised over $175 million with partnering with Children's Miracle Hospitals. So we think we're going to have a great day. Hopefully the weather's on our side, and hopefully people can come out and support us.
All right, Chris. Well, I really appreciate you joining me today. And one last thing, I guess, when we talk about blizzards, everybody seems to have a favorite. What's your favorite blizzard treat?
I wish I had something surprising for you, but my favorite is the classic Oreo.
All right, Chris. Well, thanks again for joining me. Once again, Miracle Treat Day tomorrow, DQs across the country. Go get your blizzard and help in the case of Lloydminster, the Stollery Children's Hospital. Chris, thank you so much. What a great initiative. And I wish you and your team much success tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Stacey. We're really excited.
Now I'm excited, Shelby, because I'm going to be going down to DQ here in Lloydminster tomorrow for Miracle Treat Day. I'm hoping to get a Smarties because that's my favorite.
Smarties is your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's basic, but...
no, I think that's actually kind of like not a basic, but a classic in a way.
Yeah.
Like Oreo, to me, that was a bit basic, but it's still yummy. That one's still classic. Yeah, mine is chocolate chip or cookie dough.
Cookie dough is good, yeah.
Cookie dough is my favorite, so I think everybody should check that out tomorrow.
Maybe I can bring some back to the newsroom. We'll see how it goes tomorrow.
Yeah.
And before we go tonight, though, Shelby, and for you at home, if there's any space fans out there, we have some news about the Artemis 2 mission. So NASA, they say that mission is on track to launch in November. Now, that mission is to orbit the moon, and it includes Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen.
I already knew going to the moon was hard. Administrator, you talked about it. Kennedy talked about it. That's why we're doing it. I already knew it was hard, but boy, it's harder than I thought. As I start to look at all the systems and all the people trying to get to the solutions that we need to really get to the moon and get back and still be breathing when we land in the Pacific Ocean, it makes an impression.
Now, as a lot of us know, Hansen, who is a fighter pilot, he took his training here in Cold Lake. Now, he's going to be joining 3 American astronauts on the mission, and the crew will be making a figure 8 around the moon before returning here to Earth. And if the mission is a success, the next phase of the Artemis program will see humans return to the lunar surface.
That is absolutely wild. Every time we have stories that are based on this and whatnot, it makes me think I could never do anything like that. So it's so impressive to see, like, you know, all these missions and what they're going to be doing.
It's crazy too, because when we were talking about that submarine a long time ago, we were thinking, or I was thinking about, you know, being in a space where there's nothing around you in space. That's even crazier. You're out there, you're not on this planet. Like a lot could go wrong. So
claustrophobia.
Wish them the best of luck. They're
exactly.
very exciting, and I'm excited to hopefully see people back on the moon.
Exactly.
That's all the time we have, though, for this edition of Primetime Local News. Have a great night, and we'll be back here again tomorrow.